Hi viewer, welcome once again to today's show, Adolescent Youth SRHR Digital Platform. So my name is Dr. Violet Mbiti, and today we are discussing emergency pills as a form of contraception. And today I'm joined by Nurse Eve, who's going to introduce herself and also share with us more about this particular topic. So welcome to the studio, Nurse Eve.
Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Eve Mokuhe. I am a nurse. I work at a reproductive health NGO here in Kenya, in Nairobi. So today I'm excited to be on this platform so that we can speak more about emergency contraceptives and maybe tackle some of the myths and the questions that you might have on emergency pills.
All right, let's get right into it. So kindly expound further about emergency pills. What are emergency pills?
So emergency pills are tablets that you take to prevent pregnancy, unexpected pregnancy, when you've had unprotected sex and you have not used any method of contraception. So you use emergency pills within 120 hours of having unprotected intercourse to prevent you from conceiving.
Mm.
So there are
So,
many types of emergency pills. There's most of them are two. So you take one, and then after 12 hours, you take the other pill. And sometimes it's only just one pill, which is very convenient if you ask me. So you can just take one pill after now unprotected intercourse, and it will prevent you from conceiving.
oh, so is it because there are two that is why it's called P2?
That's true. That might be the reason why it's called P2.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So, um, do they are they 100% effective P2? Like if I take P2 like every day, will that prevent pregnancy, or how frequent should one use P2?
So emergency pills, P2 is actually a name of just one brand. So we use the term emergency pills because there are very many types from different companies, but they all do the same job. So P2 is just the first company that was popular. All right. So there's no method that is 100% effective against pregnancy. Actually, there's no method, and unless you use you abstain. So emergency pills work up to 95% of the time when taken well, because it's a drug, so it has a prescription. So for it to work, it must be taken within 120 hours, and the effectiveness goes down as the time goes down as well. So, for example, if you had a sex today and you took the pill within 24 hours, it will work up to 95%. But say you take the pill after 120 hours, which is 5 days, the pill will only work 50% of the time. So in that case, it is 50-50. All right. And then emergency pills shouldn't be used frequently. They should not be used more than 3 times in a year. The more you use it, the higher the chance of it failing. Yeah.
Wow, wow. And allow me to ask, we hear of cases of ectopic pregnancy. Could that have been caused by maybe use of P2, or what usually
Ec-
causes that particular pregnancy?
Ectopic pregnancy has many causes. With P2, it has been known to cause ectopic pregnancy, but not 100% of the time. So when you take a P2, it slows down. If you are, for example, if you are on your ovulation days and fertilization happened and you take P2, then the P2 will prevent the fertilization to take place in the uterus. The fertilization will take place in the fallopian tube. And that happens, that's when we know you have an ectopic pregnancy. Excuse me. So when you take the P2 during your ovulation days and fertilization has already happened, that's when you get an ectopic pregnancy. It's not to say that P2 is the number one cause of ectopic pregnancy. No, it has many causes, but it can cause, especially if taken during those times that I've mentioned.
Wow, wow. And maybe there's a viewer maybe who's watching you. They're asking themselves ectopic pregnancy. So maybe they're thinking that is like a Greek word. Maybe you can expound further. What is ectopic pregnancy?
So ectopic pregnancy is a pregnancy that happens in the fallopian tube, inside the tube, which is not meant to happen as the fallopian tube is very thin, so it cannot accommodate the fetus. So what happens, you will feel a lot of pain when you experience ectopic pregnancy, and it is a dangerous situation. We actually term it as an emergency situation whereby it can rupture. The tube will rupture, and the contents of the tube, which is now the fetus, and bleeding will go into the abdomen. So that means you'll be bleeding internally. It is very painful, and you can lose your tubes. So once you feel cramping and you have confirmed that you're pregnant, it is always better to get an ultrasound to know where the pregnancy is.
All right. Thanks,
Mm.
Nasib. So we like closing remarks.
Sorry.
Maybe there's an adolescent and youth who's watching the show. What word of advice could you give them with regard to now the P2? Like, let's say maybe there's someone maybe who has already utilized already 3 P2s already, and it's in March already, and the year is not about to end right now. So what is your advice to that particular adolescent or youth who has already used P2 and 3 times? What should they do, and what's the way forward from here?
So if you have already used, then that means that you're not having, P2 was made for like rape cases when you have sex unexpectedly. But when you know you're sexually active and you're probably going to have sex again, it is better to use other methods like long-term methods, IUD, implants. Sorry, I'm having a cold.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yes,
hear me
yes, I
still,
can
yeah?
hear you.
Yeah,
Yes.
so if you're using emergency pills all the time, it is better that you use only when it is necessary.
Wow.
Mm.
So thank you so much, Nasib, for enlightening us with regard to the use of emergency pill. Um, so thank you, and do enjoy your evening, Nasib. We'll discuss further next time, even as we discuss another topic.
All right. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
So viewer, you've heard from Nasif. Um, P2, you're only supposed to use it, it's an emergency pill, and you're supposed to use it only 3 times in a year. And you've heard about the ramifications of, of taking P2. It has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. So now that you are informed, now you know the next step that you're going to take. So viewer, till next time, it was a pleasure having you on board.